We got on this ferry to get to this island. We met this pastor on this island. And when we got there, the pastor began to tell us this story of a young girl. And we don't know to this day if it was her mother or grandmother, but they were selling her to big cargo ships. This pastor had just rescued this girl and she was safe now, but he didn't know what to do with her. We told him, we said, that's why we're here. Gosh, it must have been about 10 years ago. I began to pray and just say, God, what do you want me to do? Felt like the Lord said, go to Thailand. So I came out here and spent 3 months, and the last week I was here was in Pattaya, Thailand. And I was speaking at a pastor's conference, and my heart just connected with the city. I didn't know anything about human trafficking, didn't know anything about this city, really. And so my heart really was for children that were being trafficked. And I would tell these pastors, look, I really want to do something here. And they would say, this is a Sodom and Gomorrah of Thailand. You know, why would you want to do something here?
Human trafficking is a massive source of criminal revenue here. It is second only to the drug trade. Care for victims after rescue is one of the most important parts of fighting this problem. But it is very difficult to find organizations that provide quality long-term care.
If you don't have aftercare, where are we going to put the kids? How are they going to recover? How are they going to come out of the crisis and become crowned? I began to look for an organization that specifically took in children, like under 13, that had been sexually trafficked and abused. And I couldn't find one. I thought, we need to start something. We furnished the home the way we wanted it. I got downstairs, I was sitting in the office, and I kind of sat down and I said, all right, God, we're ready for the kids. I felt like he just spoke to my heart and he said, do you think the devil is going to give you these kids? I felt like that was my cue to get up and go find them. You know, it's not like we just got here and people were lined up to give us kids. It was a lot of meeting with pastors at first, and then meeting with police, and then meeting with government social workers, and just let everybody know, hey, this is what we're here to do. And I got a call from a pastor one day. He said, I have a friend who's a pastor on an island, and he has rescued this girl. One of her family members was taking her out to a cargo ship, so they'd get on a boat, and they would drop her off, and the guys would pay money, and then they would come back and pick her up hours or maybe a day or two later. Like, I'd never heard anything like that before. It was just so, like, gut-wrenching and, like, just almost, like, just unbelievable, but it was literally happening in front of us. He said, let me come to your home with my wife and with the girl that I've rescued so she can see the home and so that we can know that you're real. She had never stayed in a room with air conditioning before. She had never slept on a mattress with springs in it before. I remember she went over to a mattress and she pushed on it and she said, spring? And we were like, yeah, and that's yours. And she was like, just blown away. And so they asked her if she wanted to stay and she was like, yes. And so that was our first girl. The detective that we were working with, he said, hey, can we talk to you for a minute? And they said, hey, we've been watching you for the last 2 years.
We really looked deeply at Jeremy and into Thrive Rescue and found that they took excellent care of their kids. So we felt great about working with them moving forward.
They said, in fact, you have one of the best homes that we've seen in Thailand. From now on, every child that we rescue that meets the criteria to come into your home, we're going to bring to you. Our Thai staff has been amazing. They love God and they love our kids. When I get out of the way and let them kind of take over the care of the children, you see the recovery and you see things speed up because they're speaking their language. They're the same culture.
I always tell to the team, we are not working here. We are serving, and we serve the Most High God. You know, sometimes I just very tired, but at the end of the day, they come and hug me and say, Mom, I love you. It changed my world. God gave me only one daughter, but now I have 18 more.
When they first come into our home, we have a big sign on the wall that says Thrive Rescue Goals, to keep her safe, you know, to make sure she's physically, mentally, and emotionally well. We give them a tour of the house. We show them their bedroom. And we let them know, like, this is your space. Nobody is ever going to take this from you.
I am a teenager, and sometimes I just need my space. I get that here. I feel loved and respected at Thrive.
As they realize that they're free, as they realize that they're loved, as they realize that they're safe, it's just amazing to see the expression on their face and the way they begin to talk and walk and carry themselves.
I was very afraid when I first came to Thrive, but after some time, when I saw how they loved me, the fear just left. I learned about Jesus here, and my life has totally changed. I am so happy to be in a safe home. I am very thankful to them all, and I know I have a bright future ahead.
When we bring them in, we don't say, hey, we're Christian, you have to be Christian. After they get their bearings, like after a week or two, it's like, why are you doing this? And we just tell them, because we're Christian and because we love you and God loves us and He loves us the same, so why shouldn't we do this for you? Well, God did this for us, and they just want to know more about God. So I think what makes Thrive unique is that each home is really like a family. When our kids turn 18, they don't age out. We're raising them as victors, not victims. Yes, they were victims, but now they've been redeemed. For me, it's just what we have to do as Christians. I'm not qualified to do any of this, but yet God in His infinite wisdom says, I'm going to take your unqualification and I'm going to turn you into a qualified person to do what I've called you to do. Whatever they do in life, it's our job to make sure that they thrive.